Hi and thanks for joining me. In today's video I'm going to be going through my infamous Spa shunt video and explaining why certain things happened, going into a bit of the background of how it got filmed, etc. So stick around and I'll explain it in more detail. For a few years I was a member of the Caterham Graduates Racing Club. We raced all over the UK and we did the occasional trip abroad. This year was the Spa Festival at the F1 circuit, Spa-Francorchamps in Belgium. A long road trip with a ferry crossing, but a weekend of fun and frolics. I was in the Classics class, which means the lowest power cars on the back of the grid, and that means the very back of a grid of 60 to 80 cars. This is the old grid layout on the run down to the famous Eau Rouge corner. We've done the formation lap and we're waiting for the lights to go out. As you can maybe see in the wide angle mirror, there's a bullet cam strapped to the roll cage. Back in those days, we're probably talking 2007-8, GoPro was in its infancy. The early GoPros were appalling. You had to use Energizer lithium AAA batteries and they lasted about 15 to 20 minutes if you were lucky. No remote controls, so you were running them from when you left the pits, which meant you didn't get a whole race in. GoPros were just small plastic blocks and you had to buy a case to mount them anywhere. Most of us used a bullet cam setup. That meant a DV camcorder in a food container in the boot with firewire cables, ask your grandparents, running to a Sony bullet cam, and if you were lucky, a remote control. Oh, the glamour. Try telling the kids of today that. Everything is prepped and I'm behind a car in a higher class, but he either misses a gear or gets bogged down, but I half expected that, and I head left to go around him. As I'm on the extreme left, I'm unsighted as a shunt happens on the right hand side next to the pit wall. One of the other racers has seen it and moves left in front of me. Perfectly legit, plenty of room. However, he has spotted the shunt and other cars slowing down, and in the excitement I haven't. So I cannot anchor up in time and I rear end my friend Steve. There's a slight impact as you can see bottom right, but nothing major. I continue on down to the left, but I can see escaping steam and the drops of water on the windscreen, and I know my race is over. Nothing else to do but head down the side of the Armco to the orange section where it's safe to park and wait for the marshals to retrieve me. Total race time about 30 seconds, and I'm not even sure I crossed the start line intact. The damage was typical of a minor shunt in Caterham racing, a radiator in the bin and a damaged nose cone. Luckily, the club retained a support team and they supplied a new radiator, and Steve and myself and others set to with zip ties and duct tape to repair the nose. So I successfully made the next race. If I ever find the tape, yes, it was that tape, I'll upload the highlights. Hope you found that interesting. I've left some links in the description below for graduates racing, etc. So stay tuned, please like, share and subscribe. Hit the bell icon and you'll be notified when I release more videos like this grads playlist that I've got. Thank you for now.